This is Coffee with God, and I am Father Jose. Let us begin this day with the Word of God and a short reflection.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew, chapter 8, verses 23 to 27. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. Then he got in the boat, his disciples with him. The next thing they knew, they were in a severe storm. Waves were crashing into the boat, and he was sound asleep. They roused him, pleading, "Master, save us, we're going down." Jesus reprimanded them. "Why are you such cowards, such faint hearts?" Then he stood up and told the wind to be silent, the sea to quiet down. Silence. The sea became smooth as glass. The men rubbed their eyes, astonished. "What's going on here?" Wind and sea come to heel at his command.
Reflections on the Gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 8, verses 23 to 27. Saint Irenaeus of Lyons is one of the early church fathers who defended the faith against heresies. He mediated as a peacemaker among Christians of East and West. Irene means peace. Irenaeus was known for his love for those who went wrong, while firm in doctrinal matters and faithful to true tradition. In this he was true to his name as peacemaker. While reflecting the miracle of the calming of the storm, we must remember that the evangelist is not giving an eyewitness's report. We are faced with a piece of theology which contains numerous biblical references. The evangelist wants to answer the question people have been asking since the beginning of the public life of Jesus. Who is this person? The disciples enter the boat with the Master. But where do they go? The passage that follows immediately after today's reading tells that Jesus and the disciples reached the other side in the territory of the Gadarenes. There he would drive out demons from 2 possessed men, and the demons would enter into a herd of pigs. That implies that the people of this land were breeders of pigs. Therefore, they could only be pagans because Jews do not eat pigs. In ancient literature, the image of the boat indicated a community or an association. In our story, it is the Christian community that is invited by the Master to go the other side, to the pagan nations. The boat, that is the church, is to bring Christ to them too. But during the crossing, the storm makes it impossible to continue the journey. During the dangerous crossing, Jesus sleeps while the disciples desperately struggle against the waves of the sea. The scene evokes semblance of Jonah, the prophet who was sent to Nineveh to bring the message of the Lord to the pagans. He was on a ship, and when caught in the storm, he was lying at the bottom of the ship fast asleep. In our story, Jesus is sleeping too. The apostles wake him up. "Lord, save us, we are lost." That's how they cry. But how could they think that the Lord had the power to save them from the storm? In the Bible, the word sleep is often used to indicate death. Even Jesus used it figuratively. He says, "Our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep." Then, "The child is not dead but asleep," Jesus says. Matthew must have presented this journey as a symbolic presentation of the life of the church after the death of Jesus. Left alone amidst the storm and tempests of the world, the disciples are aware that Jesus is there with them, but it is as if he is asleep. Frightened of the dangers of the stormy world, the disciples cry out to the risen Lord, "Lord, save us." The Lord's presence is always with them and with us through his message. Why are you so afraid?